Blog Talk Radio.
All right, folks, it's the Brown Report. We're live on a Tuesday, 8 o'clock edition of the show. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, you can get us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes. I think TuneIn, you can get us there too. Catch us on YouTube also. And we're going to try to post this bad boy to Rumble. So support us on Rumble as we are going there too. Instagram Live has banned us still. It says it's temporary. I think it's permanent. They're just lying to us. Bill, what's up, man?
Dude, the suppression of speech and everything is insane.
It's beyond suppression. They hate us, dude. Facebook hates the Brown Report. It's okay, though. I mean, we know they're a bunch of commies. They're communists. I mean, that's what they do. Typical. I mean, whatever, dude. Doesn't really matter. All right. So, we got lots of stuff to talk about tonight. All the way from Olympic trials to Miss Nevada. I want to talk about that, too, tonight. You see about Miss Nevada?
Mr. Nevada?
Mr. Nevada.
Mr. Nevada?
Yeah, we got the wrong chromosomes. We're going to talk about that. And we got so much fun tonight. So if you're watching live on YouTube, if you're catching us live on Blog Talk Radio, you can give us a call. We'll take your calls. 516-531-9316 is the number. What else is going on? Oh, Joe Biden. He threatened to nuke Americans last week.
Yeah.
Dang! What?
Okay. What are you saying here, dictator? I don't understand how. And did you hear his comment about the Second Amendment? He goes, basically the Second Amendment did limit who owns guns. Because the average person couldn't get a cannon.
Yeah, they could. Absolutely, they had cannons.
In the 1700s, they were able to get cannons to protect their farms and things like that.
Yes.
So,
Lie.
Know your history.
He doesn't know history.
Gosh.
The dude
That's
is.
frustrating.
The dude, I mean, okay, so we shared a meme. Here's the thing, Bill. You know this. I know this. The true fans of the Brown Report know this. We share a lot of memes. Memes are hieroglyphics of the 2000s. That's all we do is share memes, it seems like. And cool videos, too. But there was a meme that we shared of Joe Biden licking ice cream, and he's the guy saying that he's going to, use F-15s and nukes. He can use them if he has to, and he's tripping up the stairs of Air Force One. I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, give me a break.
Whatever, man. I can understand why he says to reporters, I don't take this question, I'll get in trouble because you say stupid stuff.
Yeah, I got nuclear weapons and F-15s. Yeah.
Right. So you're threatening. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Why not?
Can you imagine if Trump threatened the American people like that?
Oh my gosh. He would have been impeached 3 times already for what Joe Biden has done.
Yeah.
And said.
They would have tried to get him for treason.
Would have been impeached.
They would have tried to get him for treason, dude.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, wasn't Joe Biden acting treasonous right then by saying that he would, he virtually said he would use it against us if we tried something.
Yeah.
He would nuke his own country to stop from losing the presidency.
Dictators do stuff like that.
That's dictator mode. Dictators do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That just shows you the mindset that he's in. He'll say anything. Anything that's on his mind comes out of his mouth.
He's not mentally
They got a 25th him eventually, dude. They got to. He can't keep on saying that stuff. Can you imagine if he said that to a world leader on camera? Can you imagine if it slipped like that? I mean, that's how wars start. I mean, he almost wanted to start a civil war. He literally wanted to start a civil war right then.
Yeah, but Trump did threaten Kim Jong Un with he talked about nuclear,
Dude.
my rocket's bigger and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, our rockets are bigger. I mean, he was telling the truth. I mean, the rockets are bigger here.
That's true, but he's still threatening nuclear annihilation.
Well, I mean, Kim Jong Un started it, and Trump says you play that, you're gone. So, I mean, he pretty much laid the ground rules. That's how it's going to be. I mean, we're not going to sit back and let you nuke us. We're going to nuke you back into before time. we're going to irradiate everything there, and that's how it's going to be. Now, China would not allow that. China would never allow North Korea to shoot a nuke at us. I'm sorry, they shoot it down before. They would do something to stop that. They need us.
China would not,
Even though they would like to take us down somehow, they'd still need us. I mean, we're the largest consumer of their goods, whether it's asbestos or rat poison and baby food and dog food. I mean, we do consume their products. I mean, Chinese drywall that ate through water pipes, ate through electrical wires. I mean, we consumed it.
We got COVID from China.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably their greatest export ever was COVID. I mean, that was trillions of dollars wasted right there. It's insane. So I still see there's job signs out there. People are still hiring. I think in Florida, I mean, everybody's hiring. Every place I walk up to, now hiring. In Florida, we got rid of the $300 federal subsidy for people to sit on the sidelines. And here's the irony, Bill. Here's the irony of it all. There's people are saying, "Oh, I'm too scared to go back to work." You ain't too scared to go out and spend that money, the unemployment check. You ain't scared to go out.
Right, 100%.
So don't tell me that you're scared of COVID. Because you know what? If you read Fauci's emails, there's nothing to be scared of, really. Because you know what? You got lied to. And Trump lost the election because of a bunch of lies. That's what happened. The Chinese did that on purpose. And the Democrats played it. They played the pandemic playbook by trying to destroy the economy. And now they're trying to take credit for it coming back. It's not them. It's the American people bringing it back, jerks. It's us. It ain't you. It's us. They think they control everything.
They hate this country so much.
They hate it.
This country so much.
They do. Unpatriotic. They hate the country. They hate success. Have you noticed that? They would love to put every small business out of business. That's what they do. They don't support small business. They support big corporate business. The Targets, the Walmarts, the Amazons, the big automakers. They support them. They want them because they're tax collectors. That's all they are. They collect tax revenue. That's what it is. Small businesses don't make enough money individually for them to even care. They don't cut. And you're supposed to have like what is it? The what do you call that? The local chamber of commerce. It's supposed to be the ones that are sticking up for the small business. Where were they during the pandemic? Where were they? They were nowhere.
They're a bunch of leftists in the chamber. They're pro illegal immigration. They're not for American business.
No, they never have been, never will be.
Nope.
You know what I need? I need a new iPhone, Bill. Can you give me a new iPhone? I need a new iPhone.
Why? I hate it.
Oh, whatever, dude.
Why?
I need a new iPhone because my iPhone is like, I'm almost out of storage. I have so many. It's not all memes either, Bill. It's not all memes. It's like old, so old pictures and videos and stuff, of family stuff. Man, I need
Videos, huh?
not those type of videos.
you go.
Oh, stop it.
Uh-huh.
Sick. You're sick. You're sick. Yeah.
That's the one with the videos, man.
No. Stop. Oh, man, now my phone's frozen. Well, that's nice. All right. So, yeah, my Apple phone from China is all jacked up right now. Oh, wow, it's even turning off by itself. Wow. I'm like, okay. All right. So, jeez, this is a great start to the show. Oh, it's asking for my password now. Should I put that online?
No. No.
Should I share my password with everybody?
Please don't.
I won't do that. No.
Baker acted for stupidity.
Oh, hey, at least I get like 3 square meals a day in a padded room, dude. I mean, that'd be nice.
Heck yeah, man.
I could take some naps finally. Don't get any damn sleep anymore. I barely sleep anymore.
Baker act yourself.
Yeah, I need a nap. Can I go to the hospital?
Just want a nap.
You got something for naps?
No, they don't, unfortunately.
Well, they got something to knock you out. They'll knock you out some IVs. That's about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they got the good stuff at the hospitals. Oh my god.
I like whenever, for pain, Dilaudid.
Okay. All right.
Swear to God, that stuff for my surgery was incredible.
Nailed it.
You go from pain of 10 to pass out. Life is good.
Oh, life's good. All right. All right. Speaking of passing out, Kamala Harris. I mean, has she passed out and no one can find her? Kamala Harris went to El Paso, Texas, to inspect the border crisis. It's like, I'm going to Tampa to inspect the building collapse in Miami. That's Kamala Harris,
From the border.
dude.
She was miles away from the border. There's some facilities.
she-
You can go down to the fence.
She was away from there. She had no idea where she was.
It was like 40, 50 miles or so. It was
No, it was hundreds. She was in the corner. She's in the corner of the left-hand side of Texas. The corner. She wasn't even close. That's ridiculous. She's something else, dude. I can't believe that she did that. What an excuse. What a terrible excuse for a vice president that she is.
Isn't Trump visiting the border this week?
I think he already did. I think he already went down there.
Yeah, it did.
I think he already did. I can't keep track of everything. There's so much news going on, Bill. How can we keep track of it all? I mean, we do one show a week right now. I mean, we could technically have enough content every day of the week, but you know what? We got lives. I mean, and wives, and children.
Happy wife, happy life.
I know. I have to do the show without my wife being home because she would probably get really mad. Hi, honey.
Oh,
Hey, before we get back to Kamala Harris,
yeah, you have a knife.
have you seen that Chinese woman on TikTok? It's going all over the place. It's Moon Tell that or something like that. She's
What did she do?
she gets ticked off at her husband, dude. Man, here maybe I'll I think I got it here on Facebook. I will play the actual sound of it. You may not understand it all because she does have a thick Chinese accent, but she's pretty funny. So give me a second here, folks. I know. You know, whatever. Oh, here we go. I shared a bunch of them on my personal Facebook. I thought it was really funny. Oh, it's not that funny when I can't find it right now. Because I deleted all my videos to record a video tonight, folks. And guess what? Oh, here we go.
I want an extra wipe with my pizza. I'm just.
You want the actual lie or you want the actual fake? You know your lie still pending.
Oh God.
God can help you. He's still under quarantine. He not had the vaccine yet. You know that?
I'm sorry, honey.
Don't sorry. Just love your lie. And you swallow your lie right now.
God's under quarantine.
Right now, huh?
It's funny. I mean, it is really funny because he does some really bad. I wouldn't say it's bad stuff. It's like stuff I would maybe do to my wife and get her ticked off, just get a rise out of her. But she literally she has like these flip flops on. She kicks it in the air, grabs it out of the air and throws it at him constantly because he's always doing something to get her mad. That's the funny
I'll
part.
check it out on your page after.
All right, I think we got a caller. Maybe if you're calling in to listen, that's cool. But if you want to be on the air, I think you need to press the number 1. Number 1. So if you want to listen, cool. If you want to be on air, cool too. Just you gotta let us know because it's kind of embarrassing when we pull. Well, yeah, area code's 941, Mr. 9 or Miss 941, or they or them or whoever you may be tonight. If you want to be on the air, press a number to get on air tonight. All right, so we got Kamala Harris down on the border. Maybe she went to Taco Bell. I don't know where she actually visited, but she. I mean, I call her cackle. She cackles. Is that what it's called? Cackling, when she makes these weird noises. Yeah. It's like a hyena.
Freaking hyena.
Yeah. It's like
It's awful.
It's god awful.
Penguin and crap.
It's probably one of the worst things I've ever heard in my life.
I don't know how we go from Trump to this. It's
America's back. Remember?
heartening, and it's like.
Remember? America's back, baby. America is back. Oh. Oh.
I mean, he's bumbling idiot.
Dementia Joe, everybody. In knee pads, Kamala. I mean, come on. It's that bad right now, folks. She's an absolute abject disaster. Don't put her in charge of anything because it will just be destroyed. It's awful. Okay, looks like the caller figured it out. So I'm not making fun of the caller, but the caller actually wants to talk now. So let's bring the caller in from the 941. Caller, you're on the air. What's up?
Yeah, that's pretty tricky. Number 1.
Number 1.
All the numbers until I finally got to the 1. I went back. I started at 0987. Come on, this is amazing.
That's freaking magic. Welcome.
I know. You guys are the ones who figured that out and came up with that game plan. But awesome.
It's not us.
I listened to many podcasts. I just wanted to get a feel for what you guys are up to today. I believe I talked with you before.
Probably. We're crazy.
Probably.
We just talk about whatever we want to. It's kind of like it's our show, and we do what we want to do.
It's your show. You guys own it, man. A few other shows that I listen to, they call her Camel Toe Harris. You've probably heard that before.
Yes, we
Camel Toe.
Yep. We've heard.
So, you guys got Hyena.
How about Knee Pads McGee? I mean, that's fair.
That's how she got her position, I heard. She was, what's his name, Brown? No, it wasn't Governor Brown. It was another.
Willie Brown. Willie.
Willie Brown.
Yeah. That's the irony. Everybody. Willie. Oh. So what's going on tonight? What's on your mind? Let's say from Florida. So.
Only one thing is always on my mind: how to resolve our issue. And so I called a group this morning, and it's called the Sons. What's it called? The Sons of Confederate Veterans. Have you heard of them? Sons of Confederate Veterans.
I've.
Article in Yahoo.
Okay.
Talked about it. They're white supremacists. They call them white supremacists. You know why? Because majority of the people and the members are white. So that means they have to be supremacists in a group that is dangerous.
Just if you're white, you have to be, yeah. Doesn't matter if you're a group or not. You're automatically a white supremacist.
Right. They were the group that went around and they were fighting to stop the taking down of the Confederate statues. So that's what their thing was. They're
Right.
suing a certain town because they replaced a Confederate statue with a civil rights statue of someone, I forgot his name. Anyway, so yeah, they seem pretty. You better watch out. You know,
Here's the irony.
pretty dangerous group there.
They're taking down Confederate statues that were, remembering Democrats during the Civil War.
Yeah.
I mean, how are they offended by that? I mean, they're trying to just rewrite their entire history. I mean, we're supposed to remember the history, so we're not doomed to repeat the history. But it seems like with social media now, all they want to do is start a race war every other day on the news.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
Correct.
They want us to hate each other.
I think that's what everybody wants. That's what the blacks, that's what the whites, that's what that's what we want. That's what we need. Which we got to do to resolve the issue. I believe it's gonna. But we don't want the war. We want to make it simple and clean and decisive. We don't want to have to think about that we could possibly lose. That is, of course, the white race. We need to just basically resolve the issue of why our country is in the situation it is.
Well, it's not even about race.
Why I called earlier, the 14th Amendment was tyranny, and it's got to be resolved because we are in a tyrannous state. This is why we have so many issues that are just nonstop, ongoing. Once tyranny begins, it never ends.
Well, here's the thing.
Take hold. They keep their tyranny. Politicians keep doing their tyrannous acts. It's been going on since 1865.
Well, it's not even
Man, it's true.
it's not even about the race. It's about ways to destroy the country.
But it's not. It's not about the race, right? Because the founding fathers in this country, on the first citizenship law, they said it's alien-free white are citizens of the United States. So they told us who can be a citizen. So right, it's not about race because we already know who is a citizen of this country, the white race, period. And it's not racist. That's when they decided that it's got to be a country of people of likeness. So you don't have conflict within the government and within the country of the citizens itself. It's that simple. So it's got to be done. It will be done.
Oh, I think we just lost them there, Bill. Yeah, we just lost him there. Had a bad connection right there. Well, I mean, here's the thing. In terms of what's happening in this country right now, we have come a long way from the founding of this country. And the founders knew that in order to get the southern states on board to create the nation that we have today, they had to do some negotiating. But they knew that the evils of slavery would one day be resolved. Now, it was almost 100 years later, in the mid-1860s, when it finally got resolved. That's what happened. And we got to know what history is. History is not perfect. That's why we look back at history.
You can't erase history. And those that stand up for their heritage should not be demonized either, on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's tricky in the way the media and everything, the division that's going on right now, the pitting, race against race. If you're white, you have to be a white. It's not true.
No, it's not.
It's literally not true. Now, the guy that shot that Daytona police officer, he belonged to that effing Brown Coalition or something.
Yeah.
That is a militant, racist, black group.
Mm-hmm.
They openly carry weapons. Now, they're like 22. Some of them I've seen pictures. They even have magazines in. But it's the intimidation factor and things. They're racist. But if we stand up against that, the racist, it's insane.
Oh, it is.
It's this Marxist ideology of dividing. And they're doing a damn good job of dividing the country right now. And it's been going on for many years, but right now the acceleration is insane.
Oh, it is insane. But and I get back to, if we don't understand history, how things were done to get us to this point. The point in our history where we are the most tolerant country on the face of the earth. We are. We are tolerant.
Yeah. Plus nonsense.
We tolerate a lot of stuff.
Black Lives Matter and Antifa try to do that shit in other countries.
Oh, they
In jail, tortured, killed, thrown off buildings, stoned. I mean, you have it really good in this country.
well that's
Best
until
country in the world.
but here's the thing.
We are the best country in the world.
But we are. But you got to look at the BLM, the Black Lives Matter folks, the militant side, the Antifas, the white militant side. Think about it. You got BLM on the black side, you got Antifa on the white side. Simple. I mean, that's what it is. Look at the mugshots of all the Antifas. They're all white 20-year-olds with liberal arts degrees that live in parents' basements in the suburbs. That's who they are. They don't live in the neighborhoods they trash. Yeah. They're fighting the man, and the man is actually their dad. That's who they're fighting. They come from privilege.
Providing them everything they want.
Yeah, they got their iPhones, and they've got all their fancy clothes and their fancy Gucci belts that they're wearing around, spray painting everything and blowing stuff up. I mean, that's what they are. They're privileged kids.
They're heroes.
Oh, heroes of the left.
The Democrats love them.
They absolutely love them.
It's crazy.
It's really just absolutely nuts. So, folks, if you want to call in, 516-531-9316 is the number to join us. We're live on YouTube if you want to see my lovely face. I know. We did record a little bit for Rumble, so if you are interested in Rumble, go to Rumble on the app. It's like the new YouTube. You can vote for videos and stuff. Look up Brow Report, and you can find us there on Rumble. So, a doctoral candidate who sought to prove justice system was racist against blacks, stabbed to death by black male in Chicago. Annette Kamichi, a 31-year-old Israeli-born doctoral candidate and scholar at the University of Maryland, wrote a paper published in the Journal of Quantitative Criminology in 2019. Hey, I nailed that one, Bill. You can't say I can't read anymore. I can read.
I'm proud of you, man.
I know. I'm proud of myself too. It's Pride.
It's the wrong way.
It's Pride Month. I'm proud of myself. Not that kind of pride.
Yeah.
In 2019, attempting to prove America's criminal justice system was racist against young black offenders and black drug offenders. And here's the irony here. She wasn't shot in Chicago. She was stabbed to death in Chicago. Trying to prove the system is racist. And she got killed.
And the criminals aren't criminals. It's all myth. Right.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And let's go back to the...
People that are being arrested are doing a crime.
Yes.
So they are offenders.
It doesn't
So there's no
matter.
racism involved.
It doesn't matter the skin color.
I don't care if you're black, white, whatever. It doesn't matter. You're committing a crime.
It goes...
Racist.
Yeah, exactly. It goes back to this, Bill. We keep punching this every week. I'm hitting my head into a wall, it seems like, a figurative wall every week. It's characters and morals. It's not about your skin color. It's about, do you have any morals? Do you have any character? If you don't have those things, you're going to do stupid stuff. Like murder somebody. Or rob somebody. That's what happens. It's unfortunate. She's a victim of a crime. Trying to disprove something. You don't go to Chicago and try to write a doctoral paper about crime. That's the wrong place to go.
Do you remember the two idiots, the boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever? They went over to like Syria and went hiking to prove that ISIS would not harm them because they're basically...
Didn't they get beheaded?
They were killed. They get beheaded, yeah.
Oh.
It's not funny.
Bill, it's not funny, man. It's not funny. It's just not funny.
It's funny, but not funny.
It's
horrible. It's a horrible, tragic loss of life. But it's funny that people actually believe that they're just because you're nice people, and the whole world's people, which is true, but you're going into a totally different culture, religion, mindset, everything.
Yes.
And trying to put your values into it that is not even part of their thought process. It's not going to matter if you're nice to them. They're going to kill you. You're not them. You're not, you're not Islamic terrorists, so you're going to be killed.
And here's the thing. Don't be an American going over there and be a left-wing nut job at the same time. They don't like left-wingers in these terrorist groups at all. Now, they want to kill any American. Understand that. But when they see a left-winger, they're like, kill them first. Because they have no respect for that. No respect for it.
No, because, this the terrorists, the ISIS and stuff, don't respect, because the lefties don't have really any morals. They would be thrown off buildings, most of them. You know what I mean? Over like Iran and things like that.
Oh yeah, they do that. They still do that.
Some principles that they follow. It's great.
And if you're in China, they throw you into a concentration camp and make you make Nike shoes. That's what they do. We live in a very tolerant society. And we got some other tolerant stories we're going to share tonight on the show. Because I feel it's very important that we share how tolerant we really are in this country. Very tolerant. So we shared. Yeah. So we shared a meme from Turning Point USA. Big fan of Turning Point. They do incredible work out there.
You have young kids?
Yep. Want to end racism? Stop telling them they're racist.
$25.
Stop telling them they're racist. Stop. Kids aren't racist. They learn these things. And if you want to put critical race theory in schools, all you're going to do is divide the kids and teach them that there's hate.
You're racist.
They're teaching hate.
You're supposed to, so they tell you you're supposed to be this person that you hate, this other race. So if you keep telling these people, this is what you are, they're going to.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's insanity, man.
It's racist in itself. It's critical race theory. I'm glad, school district, Florida, and, around like conservative states are banning the teaching of it. But you're going through these other, the left-leaning states and the leftist states, like California and stuff. It's full to the metal, man. So you're going to further divide. There's really it's going to be far left, far right. That's going to be it.
But that's what they want. They want to divide us into different. They couldn't do it with wealth for some reason. Poor, middle class, rich. They couldn't do that. They couldn't do it through religion. So they're gonna just pull the race card out once again and try to destroy us through race. If they follow the science, Bill, you know how they say follow the science, the science, whatever science they're looking at this week. Our genetics are virtually everybody's the same, just with tiny little differences.
Yeah.
That's who we are, and I go back to this, Bill. I look at the world. I walk outside, and I'm like, and I think about atheists. How can they think this was all a mistake? How is this all a mistake? How can the air that we breathe, the land that we walk on, our human bodies,
Perfect condition, great life. Yeah.
bugs, even though we don't like bugs a lot, our dogs, I look at my dogs, and, I look at everything around me. I look at the technology that we have, our phones, our computers, our TVs, electricity, nuclear power, all these things that we have, cars, it's just amazing. This was a mistake. They really think this was a mistake. So random. So random.
No. 100% not.
No. We're created. We were created by God. I hate to break it to the atheists out there, but prove me wrong. How, if you don't believe in God, then what, you don't believe in Jesus Christ or anything like that, What do you believe in? Where's your morals? I mean, where are you getting that from? You know, the spaghetti god or whatever, or whatever.
Right, the spaghetti monster. Yeah,
The
whatever.
spaghetti
That was
monster.
crazy.
Yeah,
That was a few years back.
that's mental illness, folks. If you want to see mental illness, that's the definition of it, folks. Now, she has every right, and let's get back to tolerance. We may think it's crazy, but you know what? Whatever. Just don't mess with us. Live your life. Just don't mess with us.
I don't care what you believe.
Don't
I don't care what you believe.
don't push.
Spectrum, far left, Nazi, commie, fascist, whatever you are. I don't care.
But don't try to ruin everybody's lives.
It's your right to believe what you want.
But don't try to ruin our lives because you're miserable.
Right.
I mean, get some help.
Stay in your lane and let me be me. Just let me be me.
Exactly. So the big point here is, Bill, stop messing with our kids. Our kids did nothing wrong. They didn't own slaves. You know, they didn't wage wars. You know, the American Indian Wars and the wars with the United States. We didn't. We're not responsible for that. So stop looking at us as evil. We didn't do these things. And by the way, you got to look at history on both sides. The American Indians, they're waging wars against each other way before the Europeans came over. Okay? So don't act like there are peace-loving groups out there. There was some very militant groups out there. And they found out that the Europeans had a lot more stuff going on, like guns and horses. Sorry, but that's what happened. And wars happen, and there's differences there. But you know what? Things are a lot better now than they were. Okay? A lot better. So, don't blame her kids. Leave her kids alone. They're innocent. All right. So let's talk about tolerance. And again, we're doing so many things tonight on the show, which I feel is important to talk about. Because we've got to understand there's tolerance and then there is stupidity in this country. So this guy, Craig Telfer, in 2016 was ranked the 200th fastest male in track and field. 2017, he went down to 390th. 2018, he transitioned to female, which biologically, you can't do that. You're still a man. You're still a male. Okay? So in 2019, CC Telfer is national champion. So tell me again how biological males, and they say look at the science. I'm looking at the science. The science says that's not a woman. That's a man. Where's the I got a question.
We talked about this the last couple of weeks.
I know.
If I was a girl, or if I was a parent, and my kids were in like high school sports, and
How is that fair?
you're going up against, there's no, I mean, they're not pro women. I mean, the Democratic Party is not for women. And if I was a woman right now, I'd be furious. And it's so unfair to the athletes that work their lives and they want to be the number one. They're getting booted off Olympic teams and stuff because of some dude that just decided to be a girl and compete. I mean,
Where's the feminists, Bill? Where are they?
Keep your sex in your own bedroom. And they used to, accuse the Republicans of overstepping and wanting to go in your bedroom. Now the Democrats and the left are trying to push this alternate, anti-bio, science.
It's anti-science.
That we have to accept. I mean, I don't care what you are. I don't care.
If you,
who you sleep with, who you're attracted to, who you marry. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I support you 100%. Love you 100%. Just don't force it down my throat.
But this is the situation where's the feminist? Where is the National Organization of Women? I haven't heard about them in a long time. Did they just die off or something?
No.
Did they get nuked by Biden?
I don't know. I've never done that.
I mean, did Biden nuke them? I don't know.
Probably.
Or did Biden sniff them all to death? I don't know. I mean, he probably was sniffing them. So where are they to defend women's rights? Women, I hate to break this to you folks, women need men and men need women. We do.
Yeah.
It's like the yin and the yang. They complete us. We complete them. The nuclear family that Black Lives Matter doesn't want. Remember? They're against the nuclear family. They don't want a man and a woman being married and having children living in the same household. They want to destroy that. Because once you destroy it, you can get the government involved and control you. Because that's the provider. The government's the provider. That's Marxism 101. The government provides. I mean, that's simple. It's that simple. I mean, I just broke it down for you. That's how it works. So where are these strong left-wing women that hate men, okay? Because that's what typically it is. It's man-hating. Where are they to hate on this C.C. Telfer that was formerly Craig Telfer that is now defeating biological girls and women in track and field? How is that fair? Silence. Because you know why, Bill? It was never about empowering women. It never was. It was about destroying men and the nuclear family. That's all it was. It was never about helping women. It was fake. It was about telling women you don't need men to destroy the family. That's what it was. And it's sad. It's sad. Because there's a lot of kids, millions of kids, guess what? That suffered because of a lie. It was a lie. You know what? I believe in equal rights for women. Trust me, I believe in that. But we can't be stupid enough to say that you don't need a father in your kid's life. Come on. The numbers are out. You can look at the statistics. They're higher propensity to rape, murder, commit crimes if you don't have a father in their life. Males. They have a high propensity for drug abuse because there's no father figure. Now, some guys are just dirtbag deadbeats. I get that, okay? I understand that. But you can't say, hey, ladies, you don't need a man. Just treat them like garbage and just run them off. Because what do you have in the end? You're in poverty more than likely. You're on welfare. And your kid's suffering because the left-wing lunatics of the feminist movement that supposedly cared about you don't care about your daughters again because they're allowing men to compete against their daughters. But you don't see, and I'll flip this on the other side, Bill. You don't see girls transitioning into boys competing in men's sports. You know why? They can't. They don't have the biology to compete against men. It's the science again. It's science.
And they make you feel like if you question it, they want you to feel guilty and you're a horrible person.
I don't feel guilty. If you want to live your life, do it. You have a right in this country to do things that in other countries will get you thrown off buildings, murdered, thrown in a concentration camp, re-education camp, whatever it may be. You have a right here to do things that other countries you just simply can't do. But it doesn't mean that you get to destroy other people's lives in the process. Because some of these girls, when you have a biological male on the stand, on a stand like first, second, or third, you have now eliminated a girl from potentially getting a scholarship to go to college. Because you said, that's a woman, but it's a man, baby. It's a man. That's not feminism, folks. That's not common sense.
We're not hate speaking.
No, they're hurting women. They're hurting girls.
It's logical. Yeah, common sense, logical.
You weren't good enough to place in men's sports, but now you're good enough to destroy women in their dream of going to college and getting a scholarship or award money or prestige because you couldn't compete against men. Now, if you want to be a woman, try to be a woman, do the surgery, whatever it may be, your chromosomes are still the same, folks. Just because you might have surgery to change your genitalia does not change your genetics. Your genetics are your genetics are your genetics. Sorry, folks. It's the science. It's science. Oh, man.
I was reading one state. I forget what state it was, but they're like trying to make it so hospitals will not put the gender on the birth certificate until age 10.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it's like Vermont. It was something. It was. I was like, this is insane.
So let's break this down a little bit more. Okay, that was insane, Bill. Even to think about leaving the birth certificate blank until they're 10 to see what their gender is going to be. They're a fourth grader. Grow up.
Right.
Grow up. Okay.
Right.
If a parent is trying to manipulate their child into this gender dysphoria thing, that's child abuse. The child should be removed from the household. Plain and simple. Okay. I'm not about this free range parenting either, where you let them do whatever they want either. Okay. We're parents. We're supposed to guide our children and protect them. Pumping them full of hormones like a damn chicken or a cow is not protecting them. It's child abuse. And the doctors that support this and write these scripts, they are accessories to child abuse. They are.
And the suicide rate among these young,
I think they said it was. I think I read somewhere 6 times higher, at least. I think it's even higher than that probably. Because there's something wrong, folks. There's something wrong. Even after they transition, there are people that transition that want to transition back because they're like, oh my God, I made a mistake. And these are adults. Can you imagine a child making that mistake? And their parents okay with a mistake? I mean, I'm about freedom and liberty, Bill. I love this country because we have the ability for freedom and liberty to make choices. But a 10-year-old cannot make a choice if they want to chop off their penis, okay? I'm sorry. Okay? Or remake their vagina or whatever they're trying to do, okay? All right? It's just not right. They're supposed to be learning their multiplication tables, their fractions, American history. They're supposed to be in school learning stuff, not talking about, I don't want to pee anymore because I don't identify with my penis anymore. I mean, I don't want to pee anymore.
That's a good dude. We have to write a book. Illustrated book.
I don't want to pee anymore. Biden doesn't want to pee anymore either because he keeps peeing his diapers. Okay, kidding. I know. It's nuts. It really is. All right, so let's go to this one. The person, I don't even. Okay, at Scott Prisler on, I think it's on Twitter, wrote, every public school classroom in America should have a camera where parents can watch and listen during teacher instruction. Do you support that, Bill?
Yeah, absolutely.
I support it too. But the teachers union doesn't want it, Bill.
If you're up in the north,
They don't want this.
northeast and stuff like that, oh my God. They don't want it?
The teachers unions don't want it, man. Because they want to indoctrinate our children without us seeing it. These are the same people that want body cameras on police. You see if there's abuse of power. How about teachers that are filling our children's heads full of Marxism and communism? And critical race theory. And, putting up rainbow flags and no American flags in a classroom. I posted a video of this left-wing teacher. She had a pride flag in her classroom, which that's another topic we're talking about tonight too. But no American flag. Went around the entire classroom. And I had some teachers on Instagram say, guess what? Let me show you the flag that's in my classroom. I'm like, those are the teachers that love America. They love their kids, and they're not abusing them mentally by pushing a left-wing agenda. Now, I'm about liberty and freedom. They say they want to keep religion out of schools. I'm sorry, but this pride thing now is a religion, folks. It has become an all-out. It is a religion.
The racism against, the critical race theory and all that, that's all religion.
It's religion. That's what it is.
COVID-19 stuff now is religion.
Yeah.
All this is their
Wearing masks is part of their religion.
all of them believe. And that makes them dangerous, actually.
Well, yeah.
Believing. But they say if you like the American flag, you're a terrorist. I've seen that video that New York Times or one of the reporters was like so shocked that
Yeah.
there's all these flags on
They're
cars.
radicalized.
It's the same thing.
They've been radicalized.
These people are.
That's what it is.
Yeah. They're going to fight for what they believe, and they're going to believe that they're the moral.
But
and
when they fight,
those
Bill,
against us are nothing.
they're the ones who become violent.
Hmm?
They're the ones who become violent.
Right.
It's not the conservatives.
Right is not.
We fight back when we're attacked. Then the cameras roll and the video gets edited showing us fighting back and acting like we started it. It's not us. Who's burning down Portland? It wasn't the conservatives.
Right.
He was a leftist.
I actually had somebody I worked with, we're talking about Portland, they're like, the Proud Boys like burned down building. I'm like, that was Antifa.
Oh my God! They don't even know who's burning it down.
Right.
It was the white extremist group called Antifa. Those are white people that are leftist. Have you seen a black Antifa member? I haven't.
I don't think so. And I know Black Lives Matter and Antifa now are not getting along.
Oh, you think?
Some of the actual, like not the corporate Black Lives Matter, but some of the normal people that got hooked into this cause doesn't really know about their political leanings, like the Marxist crap.
Yeah.
They're getting mad that these white people are coming in and burning stuff down, and they're getting blamed.
But it's not. They're not. Those white kids aren't even from the neighborhoods. They're coming from the suburbs where there's police, and they're saying, F the police, and burning down downtowns in areas where blacks live. They're burning down neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Fight back. Get rid of them. Get rid of the Antifas. You got a right to defend yourself. But the police are told to stand down by the politicians, not to clean it up. What do you expect it to happen? It's going to keep on happening over and over again. It's nuts.
Yeah.
All right, so I support having cameras in the classrooms. And I think a lot of parents, especially during the quarantine, realized on these Zooms and these WebExes they were using that, oh my God, the public school system is really broke. It really is. I think there was over 1 million children just dropped out of the system because of the pandemic. Just dropped out. Gone. Kids, like elementary kids too.
Because the parents don't care.
Gone.
It shows the parents don't care and have no pulse on any of their lives. You
No.
know what I mean? They don't have the pulse. They don't know what's going on. Or they just don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's sad.
mix of both.
It's sad. But that's BLM. That's Marxism right there. They want the family to be destroyed so they can control people. If you have an education and you're awake, and I'm not saying you're woke, but you're awake, you understand what's going around you, what causes things to happen. You know that there's bad people out there. You know there's good people out there. You know you're living your life. You're providing for your family. They don't want that stuff. They want you dumbed down and stupid. That's what communists do. The communists don't want you to be able to read and write. They want you just to work for the government. Be a slave. They want you to be an economic slave. That's what they want. This is the only country on earth where you can go, not even graduate high school, and go and be an athlete and make millions of dollars. We got people coming from Cuba and the Dominican Republic with no formal education that can go into baseball and make tens of millions of dollars. Why? America. It's America.
And I don't hold anything against these people.
No.
I mean, they came in. They didn't come in illegally, but they came in. They did something. I know it's sports, but they followed their dream, and it was achieved.
But here's the thing. Then they spend money here.
About this country.
Then they make money. Then guess what? It spreads through the community. Because they're spending money on cars. Then the guy from the car dealership buys a house. It provides construction jobs. Then the local restaurants get paid because those construction workers get lunch. All these things because of a person that came to America the right way, wanted to work hard, provide for him and his family. And guess what? People all around the community benefited from it. But guess what? The Democrats don't want you to do that. They want you to be dumbed down and stupid and not provide. Because they'll do everything for you.
That's last week. I'm never going to be woke. Ever.
No.
Ever.
I'm awake. I'm awake. I know what's going on. There's a difference between being woke and awake. There's a huge difference in that. Huge. All right, let's get to the next topic here. California and other states have done this before because they're complete morons, is banning state-funded travel to Florida and 16 other states because of laws that discriminate against members of the LGBTQ community. The state attorney general announced in California.
It's not discrimination. It's just saying biological males should not compete in biological female sports.
Correct. It's not saying gay people.
Anti-gay or anti-bi,
No.
anti-trans.
No.
Anything.
You.
I don't care. We
Oh,
don't care.
oh, it says
The fairness.
you have to compete in your biological gender's sport, whether it's male or female. Here's the thing. We don't see females claiming to be males going on to the PGA Tour with men. They simply can't compete. From the same tees, you know, they have to hit further back. You know, professional women can't compete with the men in the PGA. They just can't. If you put these men on the shorter tees of the women, they'll destroy them. It's easy. So how's that fair?
Do you think any of these states are going to really care about California?
California.
State-funded trips?
California.
Nobody cares.
I mean,
It's not going to punish anybody.
who cares? Why would you want to go to California anyway? The taxes are high. The state's burning with wildfires all the time because they can't clean up the forest. The power's going out. They tell you don't charge your electric car anymore because they have brownouts, but they want you to buy electric cars. I don't get it. I mean, it's stupidity.
Insanity.
It's insanity.
Upside down clown.
Why doesn't California just become its own country? Please. Please, just become your own country. I am giving California permission, and actually California will probably break up into 3 different states. Because you got the north, you got the middle, you got the south.
Yeah, you're
The middle is the crazy part.
southern part of California.
The middle part's the crazy part. The southern ones are like, we're like Arizona. We don't want to be a part of you. And the north is like,
It's pretty.
We're conservative. We don't want to do anything with you in the middle. I mean,
Right.
just
It's only three different states.
it really is. And even they're talking about like part of Oregon wants to be part of Greater Idaho because the
Right.
eastern part of Oregon is very conservative and they're tired of the left wingers towards the coast acting like idiots. You know, burning down Portland on a daily basis.
This county's voted to succeed.
Yes.
Look what the counties have voted. Their county commissioners voted to leave the state.
It's insanity.
It's interesting. Yeah.
It's like they're beating down their own citizens for no reason. They're tyrants, man. Absolute tyrants. Could you imagine if we had Gillum as our governor in Florida? Andrew Gillum? Could you imagine?
Be awesome. No.
Could you imagine a drug addict, running around, with, prostitutes? That's what he was. Drug addict, with male escorts. That's what he was under FBI investigation. Could you imagine that? We'd be locked down still. People dying everywhere. That's what would happen.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's,
Crazy town.
you can use drugs. I mean, but, don't get busted naked on a floor in a hotel room.
And I don't care. If he wants to do that, go for it. That's my libertarian.
He did. He went for it. I mean, he went for it.
Go for it, dude.
He almost died.
You leave me alone. You want to chase male prostitutes?
But
Shoot up some crack.
we left him alone. And look what he did by himself. Can you imagine him trying to run the state? We left him alone
No.
with drugs and hookers, and that's what we got. We left him alone, Bill. And this is what happened in the hotel room. You ready? He went all out in that hotel room. He went in.
Leroy Jenkins. That's a World of Warcraft classic, dude.
Yep.
That was amazing.
Didn't care.
I still play. 51 years old. I still play.
Oh, dude,
I've been playing
I can't.
since
Dude,
2006.
when I saw that on Facebook, you're 51?
Yeah.
No way, dude. No way.
Bill, 51. Absolutely.
Man, you don't look 51. That's number one. You don't look 51. Okay, you really don't. You look great. And I'm not trying to do Pride Month on you or anything like that. Okay,
Thank you, man.
you're welcome. You're welcome. But you look good for your age, dude. You had me fooled.
Thanks, man.
And plus two,
Yeah.
cognitively, you're killing it with Biden. You're killing Biden on it. You're doing a great job, dude.
So you got my AARP. We're good to go.
Oh yes, you do. Oh man, you get your early bird specials now. I mean, you can get all that good stuff.
Man, I forgot to take. I think car insurance has discounts for if you take them old person class.
Oh yes, you can take your defensive driving course, Bill. Oh
Do that.
man. Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Look at that.
Look at you.
I know.
Saving money. Public service announcement from Bill. Saving people money every day. All right, a couple more things, and we'll wrap this bad boy up today. This is very disturbing, okay? And we're talking about a lot of disturbing stuff tonight. We're talking about freedom, liberty, and when things just don't make any common sense. Republican lawmakers are calling for Gwen Berry's removal from the U.S. Olympic team after she turned away from the flag Saturday while the anthem played. She said, "I said what I said. I meant what I said. Stop playing with me, period. Activist athlete." So that was her comment about when she turned her...
She needs to go. She hates this country. She needs to be off the team.
Okay, let's break this down like a sports cast. Okay, let's break down what's happening here. She placed third. Okay, if you look at the podium, she's third place. Okay, so we have her third place in a country that allows her and allows people to be free to compete to represent their country in their flag. She feels that the United States oppresses black people. Okay?
Which is insane.
I invite her to go to China, to North Korea, to go to Iran. How about Somalia? And see how that works out for her.
Any country.
Any other country, well, westernized countries tolerate a lot of stuff. We're very tolerant. Even Canada's becoming a commie state, but that's for another show. This woman it's an embarrassment to other athletes. If she doesn't want to represent us and she feels that this country is oppressive, then don't represent it.
She can go.
Just go.
And the Biden administration actually supports her.
Yes.
She's taking a stand.
A stand against what?
She's representing her country.
I
She's on her country. No, she needs to be gone.
What is she against? Is she against black on black crime in Chicago? Is she against that?
She loves that. No, she loves that.
Because she won't speak out about that. Because you can look at FBI statistics all day long. It's not white people attacking black people. It's just not like that. It's just the numbers don't lie. I mean, we want to stay with facts, right? Let's talk about the facts. She hates this country so much and the flag so much. Why even try to represent the country? Why? She's third. She finished third in the United States prelims. She has zero chance of getting a medal at the Olympics. 0%. Because if you're third and there's going to be all these other countries like the Russians, the Germans, the English, the Canadians, I mean, the Chinese.
They're great track and field.
Yeah, you got, I mean, look at Jamaicans. They got great track and field.
Yep.
She has 0% chance. 0% chance of getting on that medal stand. 0%. But she's like, oh, if I get up there, I'm going to do this. You have 0% chance of getting up there. Because number one, your two American teammates that love this country are going to make sure you don't get up there, or at least on number one and number two. Okay? And the rest of the world, they're looking at this chick like, I really want to beat this chick. Because this chick, she's all about getting herself famous and not representing her country. Very, very selfish. Very selfish if you think about it.
Clout chaser. Clout chaser.
Yes.
What's clout?
Yeah, she wants to be an activist athlete. Well, guess what? You're not going to place. Don't worry about that medal stand, in Tokyo. You're definitely not going to get on that medal stand. All right, so let's talk about COVID for a second. I shared a Bill Murray meme from Groundhog Day. Well, it's a new variant day again. We're on Delta now. And then we shared a Jurassic Park one. It says, look, it's a Super Mega Delta Plus Pro Deluxe strain. See? Nobody cares. Because you know what? You know what's the Super Delta variant's killing? Vaccinated people in England. That's who it's killing. Why? Don't know. I just don't know. Rand Paul shared that on Twitter. But it's not the unvaccinated that are causing the issue. It's the people that are vaccinated. Or for some reason. And here's the thing. We know from the information that's been provided so far, it came out of a lab in Wuhan, China. Who's to say the Delta variant's not coming out of the Wuhan lab again? Who knows? We don't know. The different variants might have already been variants and they're just releasing it on everybody again.
And it shows up in India, and China hates India.
Yes, absolutely.
50,000 troops to the border.
They want to take out India. They don't like India. The easiest way to do it is through a pandemic. Because there's over 1 billion people in India, and I'm sorry folks, I hate to break this to you, but India does not have the cleanest country. They don't.
Nope, healthcare system's trash.
Well,
Except if you're wealthy and,
well, if you're super wealthy,
middle class.
well, there's not, most of it's in poverty. Most of that country is in poverty, unfortunately. And the caste system, they have a caste system still. It's amazing that we live in 2021 and there's still caste systems in the world, But our country is so bad, Bill. Our country is so oppressive. It's so oppressive that you go from welfare to millionaire almost instantaneously in this country by working hard or having an idea. You're not stuck in a class system where you can never get out, or in communism where the state just takes your idea and you get no credit for it. So oppressive. This country is so oppressive. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, Bill, I'm glad we live in America. Even though it's crazy, I'm glad that we live here still.
Amen.
Because you know what?
Still the best country in the world.
Still best country in the world. We're very tolerant. I think we've shared a lot of the reasons why we're tolerant in this country, why we're better than other countries in this world. If you don't want to stand for the flag, don't try out for something that you will represent our flag. Because you know what? We don't need you there. We don't need you there. Because you know what they're going to do? The Chinese are going to use it as propaganda. The North Koreans are using it as propaganda. And our enemies will use it as propaganda against us in the world. All they're doing is making us look bad and we are much better than those other countries. Hello. If you think we're so bad, move. Bye.
Move to Russia.
Bye. Go to Siberia. Have a good time. You know, chill. Literally, chill to death. That's what's going to happen. So, let me take a breath. Okay, I feel better now. All right. So we're going to wrap this thing up tonight. I want to say thanks to you, Bill, for joining us. As always, as the co-host of the show. Thank you so much for your time
Pleasure as always.
working with us here. Next week, special guest, Luke the Barber. I know. Luke the Barber. Who's Luke the Barber?
Can't wait to meet Luke.
You're going to meet Luke the Barber next Tuesday night. He's my barber, folks. You're going to meet the guy that does my hair.
All right.
Live at 8 o'clock Tuesday next week. Luke the Barber. And public service announcement too. Don't blow your fingers off 4th of July, please. Sunday, please don't blow your fingers off. Please be careful this weekend in celebrating our great nation on July 4th this weekend. Please be safe out there. Have a good time. Don't get pulled over for DUI. Get an Uber, get a Lyft. Do the right thing because we want y'all back next Tuesday night and not in jail trying to get bonded out because it ain't going to work. You're going to be in jail for a while, folks. It's the holiday. All right. From all of us here at the Brown Report, thank you so much for listening. We greatly appreciate it. Don't forget, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Blog Talk Radio, Spotify is where you can get the show. We're also on YouTube, Rumble, and Telegram and Instagram. So get us there at Brown Report. Thanks so much for listening. We'll be back next Tuesday night for another show. Have a safe 4th of July weekend, folks. Good night.